I would just wanted something quick to eat, so I grabbed Rallies, and I instantly regretted it.
You can't eat Rallies like to start off your day. You can't rush Rallies.
It was good, but by the last bite, I could just feel my stomach yelling at me. Like, why did you do this to us?
You idiot! Why did you not? You have to sit down and enjoy Rallies.
I didn't get a shake
and do nothing else for the rest.
That's also what it was.
Did you get a Sprite?
Yeah, I got a Sprite.
A Sprite with no ice?
Yeah, I got ice.
You pull a serve?
Who's that?
That's disrespectful. Don't you disrespect black women on this platform.
Shut your ass up! Oh my God! How many priors do you have?
None. Wait.
Hello, Pot.
Wait.
This
prior
is the kettle.
like assaults?
Hello, Pot. This
assaults?
is the kettle.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to my mom. I paid for her trip. She's out in Oakland right now visiting my grandma's. Hey, Mom. She made it safe. So what were you saying?
You just want to get rid of your mom for some cocaine and hookers.
No.
Yeah, your mom says don't get the cocaine and hookers out.
She didn't say anything this time.
That was a very retro intro. Me and Kenny just talking about random shit while we hit record.
It sounded like the first episode. Touchdowns and chance. Everybody's is Kenneth Berry. To my left, Izquierda is Pete Camarillo wearing a shitty Clippers. No, we're not doing that. That stereotypical racist stereotype right now. You're not. No, Paco, you can stop it.
No, stereotypical racist would have been. I'm not even gonna say it.
I feel like in your past lifetime, you thought you were the Mexican Tupac. At one point in high school, I feel like you thought.
I was more of the Mexican
Biggie.
Yeah, I actually
because you had asthma
for a long time. My MySpace URL was Big Papa, but I spelt it wrong
on purpose.
Like I thought it was gonna be like
Grande
like
Chulo?
Papa.
Chulo Grande?
But it was actually like papas, like potatoes. So it was like
people thought you were Greek.
So it was big potato, basically.
Big papas.
So yeah, they thought you were a Greek restaurant. Fantastic.
Something like that.
Fantastic.
It is like what happened. Like, you have Euros here?
Who's in your top 8? That's the real question.
Oh, you don't even want to know.
Dog, it's a good thing your MySpace page should probably stay
canceled. Kenny would definitely get mad at me for having him at number 6. Dog, you be kicking it with me every week.
You hate the other 4 people on this list. You hate all 4 of these people.
Bro, but I need them above you for political affiliations.
That's what everyone says to me. Without saying it, they say it in their own way. I was like, all right. Like, I didn't even want to be on the list. All of a sudden, I'm getting trashed for being on the list. I didn't place myself on the list. I just exist freely in the universe. Come on now. But shout out to everybody. Good News Radio, Good News Sports in particular, and the amazing, fantastic, wonderful. Shout out to Keith. Keith Good News. The man of so many hairstyles. He's his own barbershop catalog. Like, for real, you just get a number 30, Keith. Like, Keith has about, he literally has about 47 different hairstyles. Like, that, I said it on one of the posts. I think it was for a Dope Ass Podcast. They posted something, or he might have posted something, but I was like, Keith has so many styles, he's his own group. Like, you're your own barbershop mural. And I would like to have that many hairstyles is just a glow up. So salute to Keith and his whole family, man. Like, wonderful. We just gotta.
Okay, so can we get to
black men having multiple hairstyles? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to segue from there.
I know you don't.
Can we get to our hour of Dak talk now?
How about shout out to X Squad affiliates, full press coverage, all our affiliates, everyone who loves us and cares about us and listens to us.
Your favorite podcast apps, Izzy.
So, yeah, shout out to Izzy. White knuckle it through school. It's always the hardest at the end. Like, I can't even talk about some of the shit I went through my last semester. Like, I just woke up some days like, what the What God?
Yeah,
Like,
that's why.
What did I do to you?
That's why I took an extra semester.
Like, just so you could, like, spread out the accountability and
Like,
ghosting people.
Instead of trying to take 18 units one semester to finish in 4.5 years, I was like, let me just take 12 and 12. And let me just take an extra 6 units.
So I can learn something about myself.
Yeah.
And be a hoe.
So I took Spanish and something else. Forgot what the other class was.
So you could be a hoe.
Oh, I took communications in the sexes.
Now he doesn't know what the class is called. Now he doesn't know what the class is titled.
I was trying to get in that class for so long, bro.
So you could be a hoe?
I took an 8 a.m. class my last semester at school because I wanted that teacher in that class for so long.
So you could be a hoe?
No, I just heard really great things about the class, and it was a really good class.
Did you give the professor a great rating or rate my professor after the semester?
I should have.
Then you cap it.
She was my intern teacher, too.
Interim teacher? I mean, you still got time. She's probably still on rate my professor.
I should just go give her a good review.
I feel like not enough people gave their professors who, like, saved their lives, like, good rate my professor reviews. Even me, I'm guilty of it. Only to an extent. But, you know who's not guilty? Dak Prescott.
Melvin Gordon?
Dak Prescott. That's who. No, they threw out the cases. But when they throw out the charges, are you technically guilty or did they just throw out the charges? Technically, you're not
Ask
guilty.
Kobe.
That's not funny. That's not funny. I kick you in your teeth. It's not funny. Kobe didn't do it. End of story. Moving on.
I don't know. You read some of the details.
If the witness recants and like her friends come out and say, yeah, she's lying. And we have proof she's lying because she bragged to like a room full of strangers that she was going to do this, and this. Yeah. It's messy.
Yeah, but if you read some of the things that Kobe said too.
We're not denying sex happened, but we're arguing
some of the other stuff he said too.
It's Denver. Colorado's a very soft spot for this podcast for some reason.
Sorry, we still love Kobe. Vanessa, don't cancel me.
Too late. You're already canceled.
I've been canceled like 7 times.
Like, I was born canceled. I'm a black man in America. Got him! I triggered Pete 3 times in 5 minutes.
The way,
speaking of trigger, Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott.
Go watch Judas and the Messiah. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
watch it all the way the fucking through. You history teachers, don't be falling asleep before the last 5 minutes, because that's the most important part. Okay. Make it all the way through.
And unlike some of y'all, I was actually in the clubhouse room where Lakeith Stanfield and Fred Hampton's son were talking about the movie and things. So, yeah. Shout out to Clubhouse sometimes. I heard somebody talking about...
What happened to your clubhouse room? That you were going to get a clubhouse room going.
Everybody was busy that day.
So you just gave up. Typical.
I'm not doing it that day. It just wasn't a good day for anybody.
It's been like 2 weeks. You haven't picked it up.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? And then the good news has a Clubhouse club now. On Clubhouse.
Oh, good to know.
Stop gestating on the mic, please. You like you're passing antacid fluid. But anyway.
What?
Yeah, speaking of what and antacid fluid, Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott like the richest signing bonus ever in NFL history. Shout out to a black quarterback getting his money. Okay, that's semi-triggered, Pete. Okay.
Just so they can trade him for Russell Wilson?
He has a no trade clause, and it's a 4-year, $160 million deal. He has 75. First off, he had a $31 million franchise tag this year, right? That he played on. And he had, in the games he played, he had 9 touchdowns, which was more than Cam Newton. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, which was more than Raheem Mostert. He had 1 receiving touchdown, which was more than Michael Thomas, who had 0. And, yeah, so, and they still have Zeke on the books. So, he got 4 years, $160 million. $75 million. No, I think like $116 million is guaranteed. But this first year, he's getting $75 million. So like a $66 million signing bonus, plus some other things. $75 million the first year, and then it decreases like the next every year. It decreases. So he's pretty much getting paid about a good $40 million a year. That's his number. He's one above Deshaun Watson and like $5 million below Mahomes. And the best thing about this contract is when it's over in the fourth year, the NFL's TV money re-ups. So now he'll be a free agent right when the NFL is going to get all this bread from this TV money, the new deal, when it kicks in. So salute to Todd France, his agent, and Dak Prescott for getting bank and being injured, which is why you got to battle yourself. And for a guy who is the only quarterback from that draft class that was successful, let's just keep it honest. Like, he didn't win a Super Bowl like Wentz, but Wentz didn't really win them that Super Bowl. So as it stands, Dak Prescott's the best QB from that class. So salute to him. And I think he was better than Tim Tebow in college, minus a Heisman. But that's a whole other story because Percy Harvin was the heart and soul of that team. Cam Newton and Channing Crowder and a bunch of other guys said it. So, yeah. Pete, Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
Are you fucking serious? You talked all this shit in recent weeks about Dak getting traded, or
this is when you calling the kid who wasn't paying attention, and he just says back what you said to him.
Yeah, shout out to, and I think Jerry Jones pretty much admitted, like, yeah, there are very few people in this world who've gotten one over on me.
I just don't know why my headphones are so fucking low. That's why.
There's no snare in your headphones?
Yeah, I think that's what's taking me out of it. But as far as Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones obviously thinks this team is a championship competitive team. He might be the only one who thinks that. But what else are you going to do? You know, you already have Amari on the books. You already have Zeke on the books. You already have Zach Martin on the books.
They restructured his contract.
You gotta bring back Dak, who was on track for really a historic season, like in terms of yards at least. You got him the extra weapon in CeeDee Lamb last year. The team is essentially built around him, and before that window closes, which there's an argument out there that it already closed, but the NFC East is also trash, so who really knows? All you got to do is get in.
Yeah.
And in that division, there's enough opportunity to do that. So why not double down on Dak? Why not double down on this team? Year 2 of McCarthy. Let's run it back. Let's see what happens. I mean, they finished, a half game out of the playoffs anyways? Again, though, trash division.
Insanely trash division. And Jerry Jones, one of the few people who have actually gotten over on him financially. He even admitted it. Like, that's why it's such a win and it's so dope. And I'm like, I told you, Jerry Jones has bottomless pockets. He can pay Dak, but it's a matter of ego. And when he negotiates, it's about ego and getting the best of the deal.
I think
Jerry Jones always gets the best of the deal, except for this one.
I think the other thing that kind of at least set a bad precedent for that was the whole situation with Zeke, because he let it get to a point where Zeke was holding out, and then Zeke eventually got the deal that he wanted, came back, whatever. But I think putting that in the Cowboys' minds, you always knew, like, the player was going to win. Because that's just the way things are, and that's just the way that team is now.
Nah, not in this case. Some people thought Dak was not going to get paid. A lot of people thought he wasn't going to get paid. A lot of people thought he might get traded. So, in this case, he flat out won, and all he has to do is just rehab and get better.
I mean, we'll see who really won, because guess what? We have 4 years and a shit ton of guaranteed money.
$75 million.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's going to get paid, but let's see if he plays off that whole contract.
Doesn't matter. Did you get paid?
One.
Did you get paid?
2, let's see if they win.
Okay. You go to work.
Are you giving... I'm not giving $40 million.
You go to work. Doesn't matter.
To Dak
Doesn't matter.
Prescott.
Doesn't matter. He got what the market dictated.
I'm not saying he's not worthy. I'm
you
not
go
knocking
to work.
him. I'm just saying
you don't do shit all day at work, but when you get paid and that direct deposit hits, are you relieved?
That's not what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying